This is a demonstration of the SmartDraft Profile View Crossing Pipe Label command. It can be found in the SmartDraft suite. The Profile View Crossing Pipe Label command is used to create crossing pipe labels for Civil 3D pipe network pipes shown in the profile view as crossing pipe. This data set represents a centerline alignment called Pomerado Road, a profile view of that finished grade of Pomerado Road here shown on the left as yellow, a sewer pipe networks 10 feet off of the centerline alignment shown here on the left in profile view, and a storm drain about 20 feet to the right of Pomerado Road, also shown here as these three structures and the pipes interconnecting between them. Let's demonstrate the command. So here we have a crossing pipe. If you look here on the right, you have the alignment, Pomerado Road, pipe networks of a sewer right here in the cyan color, and this crossing storm drain that crosses both Pomerado Road and the sewer, and then it continues along underneath the parkway. Here's that structure represented on the right, and here is the crossing pipe shown as it crosses the alignment at 187.37, top of pipe being 117.36. The crossing pipe label command can be found under the SmartDraft tab on the profile panel. Go to this icon, crossing pipe label. Let's look at the options before actually placing a label. The label can either go up, down, prompted up, meaning it can go at an angle in the upward direction, or prompted towards the invert, going downward at some angle, but you prompt for that angle. We're going down for this particular example because we don't want it to go up into the sewer profile. Where along that pipe do you want to insert the label? At the bottom, at the invert of the pipe, the center of the pipe, the crown, or the top? We'll choose top. So we'll actually insert the label as shown with this Civil 3D label here. Do we want the leader to have a little offset from the actual insertion point? We'll say no. Do we want the leader from the label to extend all the way to the bottom, in this case because it's down, to the bottom of the plan profile view, or all the way to the top of the profile view? And in this particular case, we'll say no. Do we want the calculation for the station and offset to be other than the alignment? And in this particular example, we will say 0 offset, so we'll give the station and the elevation as that storm drain crosses the centerline alignment. We want to label stations. You would check this box if you want to include station. If you want to have a prefix, you would type the prefix that you desire, and then put a space if you want a space between that prefix and the actual value. If you want a suffix value, you would enter in that suffix value. And if you want to change the precision, you would adjust the precision as necessary for your plan. If you want an elevation, check or uncheck the elevation option. Where you want that to be placed, and here you can see the label, above or below the line. Do you want it to have a prefix and or a suffix? If you want a space between the elevation value and the suffix, add a space in the suffix value. What precision do you want the elevation to be? You can select that. And what actual elevation from the pipe will be labeled? Top of pipe, crown of pipe, center of pipe, invert of the pipe, or the bottom of the pipe. In our particular case, just to see if the values match what we selected using a Civil 3D label, we will pick top of pipe. Do you want it to read the dimension of this pipe and add it? And do you want it to have a prefix or suffix to that dimension? And if you do not want any other information except for the station and elevation, unselect any one of the other options that are here. We're going to actually show that it reads the diameter of the pipe, and then you can provide your own suffix or prefix values. Do you want it to read the name of that pipe and give a prefix or suffix? Do you want it to read the description and the placement? And do you want any defined notes added to this particular label also? So you could have up to 3 different notes on different locations if you want to have a lot of note fields. So we're going to only use station, elevation, and diameter. Next, it's going to say select the actual pipe in the profile view. We don't have to select the profile view first, we just have to select the pipe. It will find out what profile view that pipe is in and actually label it. You can see that it labeled all the way to the top of the pipe, and the values are the same as this station and elevation label. That is a standard Civil 3D label. And here's where it becomes easier. we can actually start manipulating that label much easier than we could with the Civil 3D label, moving it around, selecting that label, and modifying the values. So if you look on this side, you can see that the storm drain actually crosses Pomerado Road right at 187.37 as these two labels indicate. If that is the value you want to show in the profile view, you could stop there. But if you actually wanted to show the value as it crossed the sewer line, not the center line alignment, you could specify an offset value. We're going to use a positive 10 for right, a negative 10 if it was to the left, and now we'll keep all the rest the same, and you'll see it still knows and labels at the point that it crosses the center line, because it knows that's where Civil 3D is always going to place this crossing pipe object, but it recalculates the crossing point and the elevation to be the 10 foot off. The station is the same at 191.5, and this is the top of pipe as it crosses the sewer lines. If you were to place a sewer line station offset label at that same station on this pipe, you could calculate the difference between the two pipes and know if there's enough clearance. Another advantage of the SmartDraft profile view crossing pipe label compared to a standard profile view station and offset label is if we were to go into pipe properties, change one of the elevations on the endpoints of the pipe, not only do you see what Civil 3D does is update the pipe in the profile view, but SmartDraft will dynamically update the values in the profile view label as well. That ends our demonstration of the profile view crossing pipe label command. Thank you.